Have you ever wondered how Kurt Russell would react if his wife mysteriously disappeared while they were on a cross-country road trip? Quite frankly, I've never actually wondered that myself. But in today's film Breakdown, released in 1997, we see exactly what Kurt Russell would do to find his wife. Welcome to Hey, Have You Seen That Film, where we're going to be discussing a lost film of the 90s, which most of these films tend to be lost, or they may not be lost to you, but the public doesn't talk about them as much. Anyways, we're going to be talking about Breakdown. Kurt Russell is traveling cross country with his wife. They're moving. He's received a new job, and rather than flying, they are taking their vehicle and driving across the country to get to the new location. Fun fact, the film was filmed in Moab. You can see a lot of the Moab National Park and all the red rocks and such as they're driving across the country. Anyways, while they are driving, their car breaks down out of nowhere. It's a brand new car. We're just at a gas station. Kurt did tick off some people earlier, and suddenly the car breaks down. And they can't find out what's wrong. It just mysteriously breaks down. So, a truck driver comes along, and he stops and helps him out. And he says, I can help you. I can take you guys to a phone booth in the next town, and you can call and get a tow truck out here. Kurt decides, I'm fine, I'll stay with the car, but his wife goes. So she goes, and while she's gone, he actually discovers what's wrong with the car, and he fixes it. But that's after waiting for probably 30 or 40 minutes. So once he's fixed the car, he drives to the next town, goes to the location where they said, this is where I'll leave her, and no one has seen her. Nobody. And everyone thinks he's a little crazy. And he starts going into panic. And so the diner he stops at, the owner says, maybe they went to the next town, but no lady coming in that description has come here. So that's what they do. He starts driving to the next town. And luckily enough, he finds the same truck and truck driver who took his wife. And he flags him down, but the truck driver has no idea who he is. And has no idea what he's talking about. A police officer driving right back then. Kurt stops him. They check the entire vehicle. There's no sign of his wife anywhere. Gone. And so now everyone's thinking he's just a little crazy because he's claiming his wife is missing. But she's not. And so he starts retracing the steps. He goes back to the same diner. And eventually he starts being chased himself by people because he's asking and looking too much. And that is Breakdown for you. I think this movie was done exceptionally well. There was enough thrills in there to keep you on the edge of your seat because you wanted to know what was going to happen next. You wanted to know how he was going to find, or even where was his wife, who had taken her and why, what was going on. It was really intense. I mean, you really are just sitting on the edge of your seat because, what? The truck driver is claiming he has no idea who Kurt is and never picked up his wife. So you're just like, what the heck is going on here? And so it's a great mystery and a great thriller, something that will engage you. And I think Kurt Russell gives a phenomenal performance in this. I have this joke with my wife, and it started with Tom Cruise actually. I love the Mission Impossible movies, and Tom Cruise, it's kind of a joke, he's got this thing for running. But I will tell my wife, whenever I see Tom Cruise running, I say, I genuinely believe that Tom Cruise is running to save the world. Or I genuinely believe Tom Cruise is running to do this. I believe his performance when he's running. And I genuinely believe that Kurt Russell is going crazy and losing his mind searching for his wife. He is. It's insane. He's a great actor, Kurt Russell, and he really brings home this performance to the level it needs to be. just that level of emotion and intensity that this character needs. Oh, excuse me. And I also like the movie because I guess I asked myself the question, what would I do? If my wife was taken by a truck driver and then vanished, and the truck driver was claiming that he never seen me, has no idea what I'm talking about, like, how would I react to that? No idea. And so I guess you could say, with me asking, it's a great piece of escapism. Because that's what movies are supposed to do. It's supposed to allow us to escape from the world that we're in. It's a very intense piece of escapism. But I'm saying it's a piece of escapism because I was like, oh, what would I don't even know where I would begin. Once the truck driver didn't know who I was, like, how would I continue to do what I was doing? Like, how would I go about finding my wife if my one piece of evidence has no evidence on him of my wife and has never seen her? I guess I would follow the guy. We're not talking, that's besides the point. We're not talking about how I would do this, but this really is a great film that I would say deserves more praise than it is given, because it really, I guess what's so great about it is something that in a way could happen, and it does happen. People all over the world are kidnapped and taken and never seen again. And so this is just a story of, it's more real, and so it makes it more, it just adds that extra intensity to it. Like, it really just draws you in because makes it more scary. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, because it is that this could really happen. So, if you're looking for a piece of very intense escapism, a piece that will make you scared a little bit to trust anyone on the road, Breakdown is the movie for you. It was perfectly filmed. The story is great. The acting is great. It delivers what you expect from a movie like this. So I would recommend it to anybody, like I said, who's just looking for something along those lines. Kurt Russell, great actor. Him and Goldie Hawn, awesome couple. So thanks for watching today. I hope that you, in turn, go and watch this movie and enjoy it yourself. And I would love to hear your thoughts on it once you've seen the video. And please make sure, if you haven't yet, subscribe so you can see more of my wonderful videos. Thank you and take care.